streaming. But let me just make sure. Da, 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 da. It has been a hot minute. Okay. There's the link. Hello everyone, this is FNGR. I'm live with Gilded Dash. Actually, let me just make absolutely sure that I am in fact live. Yes, we are in fact live. I'll open another tab and mute that one so we don't get an echo. Okay, yeah, we're good. Close. I put it on Fanon Frenzy. I will put a link over here. Paste. I did have somebody who said that they had some questions. So, let's see. Notifications. Paste. Bunk. I will send Convoy, as I know that he says he's doing his own damn thing. And we're back. I know. So let's go to that can go away. Where is it? Oh, I'll just go to your DM and grab it again. So many damn links. Yeah, I know. So, the gentleman that got the ball rolling, well actually that's a bit of a misnomer. I got this in my feed because of fucking Meadow Fembot. I just woke up, work a third shift. I thought I was gonna have a lot more salt. But we'll get there. We'll get there. The all-star du jour here is Mr. Grimskull. I'm just going to hit play on this. Where is it? You'll get the audio. No, that's Leo Convoy at the very beginning there. Leo is in his regular. I know, Leo, last time we wrapped things up, you were very proud that I wasn't going to be able to tut you anymore for this behavior. We're going to do that one more time. You went right back to kicking in the door and slapping Horror's Convoy. Now, I don't actually have context about specifically who he was talking about there, so I can't weigh in on that. I don't know how douchey it was. I'm going to assume, because I didn't get a full playbook when fucking Meadow, Maya, or whatever the hell backpacking fucking rebranding name. Oh, imagine that. Oh, here comes the salt, Meadow. Somebody constantly rebranding their names. You sort of remind me of somebody. Somebody used to drag me to court. But enough of that. Let's continue on. Strugglers, was that a bad brony, Spectre? Good day, Sojourners. Anyways. Yeah, unscripted, 5 minutes. You couldn't manage. Um, to be fair, I haven't gone back and listened to our whole thing. Maybe the video is a bit old. And to ask someone to do the deep dive lore on our group's massive amount of endless bullshit, which would be hours and hours and hours, just for the Mint Heart saga, would you not agree? Yeah. Yeah. I get it too, and truth of the matter is, since he didn't technically come at me, I'm going to go and give him, I'm going to attempt. And let's see how, yeah. Oh. Jesus. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. Oh, the desktop audio. Here we go. Properties. I think I could get it through USB. Okay. Talk little.
Hello.
Yeah, I see the bar. We're good. Fantastic. Well, we didn't lose that much. We're probably what, about a minute in?
Oh yeah, we didn't lose much.
Yeah,
at all.
It's been a hot minute. So for anybody who wants to know,
a hot minute.
For the most part, this is going to be me. Not requested. The intent was to defend Leo Convoy. I've shot my foot off with that one before in the past, so this will be fun. Let's hit play back on the Twitter post.
Be discussed. See, last night, Brian, whatever the.
Oh, and this is just me being a petty fuck. Well, it's a 5-minute video. You could edit out the edits of the I understand I'm live. Which, even though I could still go back and edit out, I'm probably going to be too lazy. That's what I'm going to be understanding about this. If I were completely professional, I would have to have gone back and hunted down specifically. There's going to be some trust me bros, or I'm going to leave it up to the audience to go hunting if they really want to. If you don't,
just look at the just look at the video and let it fucking stand on its own merits.
Well, there's that. Yeah, there's going to be that too. But here's the rub on that: when he makes the suggestion, she should have done this, this, and this. I'm almost 110%. You know what? Not almost. I'm going to kick out almost. I'm positive that we had those discussions. The almost is whether it's on a YouTube video or not of Leo Convoy going, meant you need to do this, this, and this. Meant you bronies need to get off this $5,000 GoFundMe bullshit. I know that he has said that. He's like, I don't know why this magical number of 5,000. Those words came out of Leo Convoy's mouth. The only people from that stream, unfortunately, are 3 people who will, I guess, me and Convoy have been somewhat cordial. It's me, Convoy, and Vita from that stream. Now, I understand that old boy there didn't want to talk to me or Convoy. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't want to talk to Vita. If he could even find him. I'm not going to walk down that road.
Oh, that boy, Vita's probably in a sewer somewhere living like the trash he is, so...
Is he still at home or what?
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, update for anyone who knows.
Just think...
Last I heard
he's trash.
Last I heard he punched his mom or something. Shoved her, hit her, something earlier, and that's how he got in trouble.
Well, then he's either in jail or in a gutter. So, like I said, in the sewer, like the trash he is.
Alright.
You were saying? I had to move something.
Oh, I was just saying, you said he punched his mom, so he's either in prison or in the gutter or in the sewer, like the trash he is.
Yeah, let me. I hate to, as I'll have someone like Coyote Lovely going. Well, I'm like, well, I can't technically slander his good name. Oh, that's a technicality. No, that's the truth. He doesn't have a name right now. You went after somebody underage. You probably won't have damages that you could. So he assaulted or batteried his mom in some form and fashion. Enough for the cops got involved. But we'll just say punched for the sake of expediency. Let's get back to this.
Fuck the Fox posted a video, which was pretty funny considering, but I saw this ending clip, which interests me a lot. So I asked him, where did this clip come from?
But no, I think if you guys ever hear on the news, man in Texas goes on Doom-esque rampage.
Okay, so for anyone who wants to know, the original stream, which we'll be going through to some point in degree, should be on my Fanon Frenzy channel. It's Vita Convoy Review weighing on Minhart. Vita and Leo Convoy Reviews weighs in on Minhart. Back to it.
21-minute freaking video.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we could hit skip. Like there's little 5-second intervals. It'll cut that shit down.
Killing pedophiles. That's gonna be me.
Man, literally.
So, For legal reasons, I can't say that I agree with Leo Convoy wanting to kill pedophiles. I'm not going to
can't say it, but I will.
Okay. The owner of the channel, FNGR, Fanon Frenzy, whatever you want to call me, Anthony Aguilar.
Does not support my views completely.
Yes. I maybe if I ever streamed a Rumble and I found out they're okay with somebody saying that, I might agree with them. But, YouTube's still a pain in the ass.
Really too angry to die.
Gotta rip and tear. And you know what? I dare the courts to convict me from here and have a battle plan and a game plan ready for the weekend. So
there's a YouTube channel called JD Delay. From what I understand, Convoy, they probably would. He's that channel is also very anti-pedophile. The Convict you mentioned when he went to when he went to jail, he had some abuse issues, from when he was a kid, being taken advantage of, and he used that opportunity to get even, if you will. Yeah, even in there, they'll tack on time for that sort of shit. So,
I'm not necessarily disagreeing here, and I think that's a good idea. But the one issue is her mom doesn't like her being away from home, so I don't.
I'm. There's a video from Miss Anthropony's channel where I haven't listened to it. They were doing a fundraiser for Ment, and the mom comes in and tries shutting it down. Right? It's been a hot minute. That'll be easy enough to find. Maybe question mark. I know Miss Anthropony at a time. An unfortunate name that we've told him several times. If anyone's looking for a cheap, easy layup, the acronym for MAP's name is MAP. No, he's not, to the best of our knowledge.
It's going to be hard to sell. How are we going to handle that?
Thank God that didn't come up, though, because I know everybody and their mom would be like, come on, man, it was right there. But continuing.
And lo and behold, he was very quick to find me that clip. Actually, the entire fucking video. And,
So, I have to go back to assumptions here. I'm under the impression that this goes back to a pissing contest between Leo Convoy and Cass Warfox. Meadow hasn't explained it. That's been what it's sort of been going back and forth. I've been told that this has gone on because Meadow is a fan of Cass Warfox, to which I told Leo Convoy. So am I. I'm a bit nettled about Cass going, instead of to my face behind my back, oh look, Anthony's got some issues. I've always thought that Cass was a fucking straight up G. Credit where credit is due. There used to be a group on fucking Twitter that was a hot shit thing for a moment called the ZPD. Do you remember that, Gilded?
Yeah, I remember hearing about them.
Yeah. And we've made this public since then. The second incarnation of the ZPD included, this is public knowledge because we had to help clear that up, Patchwork Heart, Cass Warfox, who the fuck else? Ruza, some girl who I forget the damn name that winded up... Those are the ones I can remember. Unfortunately, which nobody told me about because, they probably thought, oh, Anthony will have a bad reaction to knowing that Vita is on the ZPD. Do you believe that, Gilded?
Yes, you probably would have had somewhat of a reaction, but I mean...
It probably would have been bad. I would have been like, what the fuck? And you know what would have happened? Convoy would have pulled me aside. I'm assuming. We're guessing here. Would have pulled me aside. Anthony is for the greater good. And the main reason when I did find out about such and such, the couple reasons I didn't ask to be part of the ZPD. It's basically going to be on Twitter. One, I'm a piece of shit on Twitter. Always have been. I admit it. Two, running the ZPD, the Zoophile Police Department, or whatever the fuck bullshit they went with. Full respect. You needed good grammar, which I do not have. 3, they had to go through a lot of material that would be highly illegal. Twitter used to be a glut for that sort of thing. I don't know if it's still around. I have not actively looked out for it Ruza mentioned the times that they've peeked on there that had the, for their own mental well-being, they didn't seem enthralled to want to peek through that. So later on, or either in this video or out of it, our boy here makes the remark, why did you guys do such and such with the video? I've never seen the video, I've never asked to see the video, I've never offered the video. I haven't seen, don't have any CP. So thank you very much. Continuing.
Yeah, well, take a fucking look at this.
Through from here and have a battle plan and a game plan ready for the weekend.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing here, and I think that's a good idea, but the one issue is her mom doesn't like her being away from home, so it's going to be hard to sell. How are we going to handle that?
Is there maybe a friend they could pretend like they're sick and like, oh, I really need to go over there to help for their sake?
I don't think she'd even let that go by.
Well,
her mom's a dick.
Yeah, when you can't get it in legitimately, lie.
So, as I have said before in the past, and Convoy can deny it, but not anymore, I have said that we have played fast and loose with the rules before. There's your proof, buddy boys.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, tell me that we haven't. I said that.
A lot.
That was the game plan from the call, but if I remember correctly, the point of the original stream was, and you could call this Anthony being bitter, story tracks, by the way, Vita used to go after each one of my peers, either people that I was friends with, or people that I got along with, who got GoFundMes. You can call it coincidence. I don't. So when I found out that his precious mint heart that he was attached to at the hip, no, he didn't think that there was any, couldn't prove anything like that. I've had people suggest it to me, but those weren't exactly the most. I believe Pastel Pro suggested it. There was an X, which those are not great sources that suggested it, but nobody had any proof. But I would have been the first person, if not on moral then vengeance reasons, that would have been all too happy to out Vita. If you look on my channel, next to this one, it's a video about Vita blackmailing me. We did not get along.
Well, yeah. I'll leave that to her discretion.
Is it not weird enough that we had three grown-ass men?
He went. It wasn't even just your GoFundMes, because I remember fucking having words with him, and then he wanted to fight me at the fucking BronyCon or some bullshit, and I was just like, dude, get a life.
Oh yeah, no, and all the Vita cult. I'll be honest with you, Leo was fucking like whatever about it.
Well, so was I. He's all like, oh, you're going to talk some shit, come fight me at BronyCon. It's like, bro, you don't even know me. I probably would destroy you, but that's not even the point. I don't want to. I don't want to fight people. I want to go have fun at my convention.
Gilded is an ex-Marine, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and Vita's a pedophile and a twig. So, I'm willing to bet that would fly, or that's how it would go.
Is a confirmed pedophile that is talking about absconding.
Okay, confirmed pedophile. You are absolutely 100% correct. However, at that time, we did not know. We didn't try and cover it up. I sure didn't try to cover it up. I got in trouble several times for suggesting when I found screenshots of fucking Vita going 16 is AOKO, and people fucking goddamn argued with me from the Vita cult. And they even threw that shit in my face later on when they finally got fed up with me. So eat a dick for both of your sides. You and Convoy. For anybody who's trying to suggest that I defended this motherfucker.
I actually remember there was a few times we sat down and we have calls, and me and you both said, I think there's something going on with Vita and such. I think it was Mint Heart, wasn't it?
It's been a hot minute. It
was some underage chick. I don't remember who it was. The one that he got caught with. I mean, you both were sitting there, and I was like, yeah, there's something going on there. Because the way they act towards each other, we were both like, we had no proof. We couldn't prove it.
Here's another thing that Vita did, I just remembered. In one of my fucking chats, I believe this is on Skype. After Pastel Opal fucking spammed, what was it, Nazi porn? And fucking what the fuck else? In the chat, which I slept through, it pissed off everybody in the chat. Vita sat through and looked up like the legality that they wouldn't get in trouble. Opal was 16 at the time. So that's just another example of Vita being a pain in my ass. Did that one really bother me? It annoyed the high fuck out of everybody else that I was around. And everybody else thought, oh, Waka Waka, it's really funny he did that. And then they're like, oh, we wink, wink, nudge, nudge, didn't really agree with that. Kind of like how I go, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I don't really agree with, Leo wanting to kill pedophiles. That's, full disclaimer, that's some salt.
Teenage girl from her mother. That's not weird enough as it is. Let's see this.
Now, again, if you thought it was weird, friend, about Mintheart, that whole situation was weird. I wasn't part of the cult of Mintheart trying to constantly liberate her from her house. Mintheart was a pain in my ass. That was constantly pissing off people that I knew. Everybody on the Vita side thought, or basically was in constant mode of constantly helping Mint, where we, on my side, wanted Mintheart away.
Part. Let's see this brilliant suggestion from Lyle the Boomer fucking groomer combo.
And there's our point here. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds for you. Like, I didn't suggest it. You're calling someone a groomer. I understand that grooming can specifically mean teaching someone. You can, theoretically, if you were to talk in ye old times, groom someone to drive a car, but we don't live in ye old times, do we, Gilded?
No, we don't. Not anymore.
No. I've heard.
If we lived in ye old times, there's a lot of words that we can't say nowadays that we'd still be able to say.
Yeah, and I've heard such and such was groomed for this position since he was a young boy, and usually those are historical pieces and shit like that, or this person was groomed to be a king. Your average schmuck talking about average events doesn't use groom, right?
Not anymore.
Unless they're talking about what?
Unless they're talking about, freaking minors and adults and freaking pedophilic stupid shit.
Okay, if anyone, and I'm not going to be happy or thrilled, I'm going to be annoyed out of my fucking mind because I'm retired and I'm going to have to pass this off to fucking, good God, Ruza. Sending Ruza to go get Leo Convoy so I go back to looking at stocks. I'm not sure I could do that either. I'd have to go and talk to a bunch of people who really, really don't have to like me, and we'd probably be passing the blame back and forth. But here's the whole thing about that. One, I don't believe it. If anyone out there has any proof on Leo Convoy doing anything of that nature, of actually grooming a child sexually, let's be completely clear. I don't want to hear about he taught a kid how to play Roblox. Or fucking, what best store to buy Transformers from? I don't want any technicalities or actuallys. Inappropriate behavior of a sexual fashion, you can talk about it in the comments or on Twitter. But
I mean, if you got proof, we'd be more than happy to look at it.
Yeah,
that's a different story.
And I don't even have to put the disclaimer as far as I'm sure, because I'm pretty confident that Leo Convoy knows it. We're not calling him predators. I have to scream that from the mountaintops. I'm 110% chance. And I said this to Gilded. If Leo Convoy not being a predator was a stock, I'd be all in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see it, but I mean, if somebody has proof, sure, we'll listen. We'll sit down. But this video is not proof. This video is trash.
Continuing.
Or her other option is, of course, to set up that camera tonight and see what happens.
Yeah, that's one thing I think that should happen either way, is get that camera rolling just in case. Because the moment that's caught on footage...
Those are pretty cheap, aren't they?
Do my ears deceive me?
Again, it was to get the footage and send it over to the police. You could be like, she could have just ran away on your own. So, let me hashtag not legal advice, even though I've had a couple of paralegal classes. Feel free to make fun of me in the comments or elsewhere for that. I like my odds legally by telling someone to record their abuse and handing it off to the police versus giving a child advice to go run away and then have them get killed and be liable for it. So eat a dick!
and I'm just gonna say here, they said set up a camera and see what happens. They didn't say record, the assault. They just said set up a camera and see what happens. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of people that have been molested or raped, they're gonna be on that train of, they probably would have been, it probably would have been nice for them to have some sort of evidence. So
yeah, and here's my clapback, and Meadow knows this, and the fact that they're arguing from their side pisses me off. I don't believe her, because I have been on the opposite side of shit of being accused of crap without evidence. I have been dragged into court, where it was promptly kicked the fuck out on the hearing. D's nuts. So
yeah, because when it's he said, she said, the fucking courts don't really know what the fuck to do. And
now, granted, since then, I technically am the wrong person to tell you whether or not Minhart's mom is liable for this, that, and the other about her kid. I'm told there's proof from reliable sources. Now, you could sit there and say logical fallacy, appeal to authority. Anthony Aguilar is 110% guilty of that logical fallacy. I just trusted that. I've heard it from enough people that there's a meltdown about the mom. I've heard this, and this. And if you could come forward and prove some evidence about this being just the complete wrong fucking path, that'd be the way to go. But I haven't heard anyone coming to the mom's defense. I've heard shitbag mom who didn't want to defend her kid. Continuing on.
they exist.
Yeah, they do. It's the best of a bad situation. I'll give old boy here something he shouldn't have. For Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever the fuck it was, we got into it with fucking who's the transgender crazy woman who started fucking BronyCon?
Oh fuck.
Tinker, Purple Tinker. We got into
that's
it. Yeah, we got into it with Purple Tinker because Minthart wanted to go home and visit her family for such and such. It was during COVID, during the real big. Fuck. You know what? It's deep in the video. It's too late to say the bug. During the big plague pandemic, and Tinker took umbrage with Minthart wanting to go home because this is gonna risk lives. Was like, I'll buy you a laptop. You can stream it over such and such. And because of Minthart's situation, I went the path of least resistance and said, just let her go fucking home. I didn't know how safe it was. I wasn't going to get into that massive argument. And yes, I went appeal to authority because everybody else was yelling, go home. And you could be like, oh, that's Anthony not taking responsibility. You know what? You're right. It is weird. I didn't think about it too damn much.
I remember that. I remember that whole debacle, and it's all like...
Yeah, but the whole Minthart situation was a constant, non-stop pack of fucking dumb bullshit over and over again, including Minthart later on doxing my ex, who basically forgave it because she is part of the cult of Minthart. That video is up on my channel, and I had Rouge going, Anthony's laughing at it. Yeah, because I know that you'll have to come to the realization I was wrong. You'll have to come to the realization she's a shitty person. Jesus. She was surrounded by people, or at least me, someone who was more than happy to have helped her out with the predator that she had, because I hated Vita's guts. Christ.
What is?
Yeah, like
Cameras.
I was just saying to leave her phone plugged in and just have the phone pointed at her because nobody's gonna.
Now, that worked before. This gentleman goes by the name Burn Inspector. He outed Flufflepuff, and I stand behind this. When Leo Convoy's people, fucking named Hateful Tate, sat there and said, "Nuh-uh," was his whole, thing. Burn Inspector recorded Flufflepuff's now girlfriend saying that we were dating when she said she was either 16 or 15, and he was like late 20s. And one of her responses, like later on, I remember that's not in the stream, where she's like, "Oh, my parents think it's okay because we're both autistic." No, it doesn't work that way. Recording the audio would be pretty incriminating. Again, going to the cops. I don't imagine. I've never had an example of like any convoy passing around that. It'd be inappropriate. In fact, I don't think we would get it. It would probably just go to the cops. Would you not agree, gilded.
Yeah, no. You don't look at that kind of shit. You just, the victim's like, hey, I got this video, and then you're just like, oh, cool, let me just pass this to the cops. You don't look at that shit. You just pass it to the cops. Let them deal with it. Let them look at it. They got people trained for that shit.
Well, here's the rub. If Minthart said, hey, is this illegal? Well, describe it to me.
Yeah, at most. Be like,
describe it to me, take it to the cops.
what's in the video? And
If
get a brief
someone
understanding what's in there.
If someone had a regular pattern of not understanding what legal and illegal was, and they gave a description where it was maybe, maybe not, I'd ask around and be like, okay, maybe, probably still the cops.
I mean, if it was me and they said, "Oh, I got this video and I think I'm not sure if it's legal or not legal," I'd probably still give it to the cops and let them make the decision.
Yeah.
Just because, who the hell knows?
Yeah. Continuing.
Suspect a phone on the bedside.
No, but you can. If you see the screen, you can see that it's recording.
Yeah.
So
This is completely argumentative, just to be a pain in the ass, the convoy. If it flipped upside down, you see the screen on, I would just assume that they left the phone running. Which I've done, and had the phone battery be dead at the beginning of the morning, and then overslept for work. Continuing.
flip it over.
I mean, yeah.
You better hope it doesn't fall over at night.
Do my ears deceive me?
Did my
Or are you telling me that you told that girl to record her rape? To essentially record CP?
Again, I've been told that you can sit there and take that straight to the police, and as long as you don't keep a copy for yourself, as long as you don't wait for it in your house, you're good. But hey, you can record your ass going down to the cops, buddy boy, if you could manage to pull yourself away from Reddit long enough, and asking that question to either the police or a lawyer. I'd suggest a lawyer, but either or.
And
I
here
mean,
we have...
Before you continue, people are like, I don't know, in the comments, people are like, did you see Leo, man, encourage Minthart to film? Okay, let's get this straight. In this video, Leo and them are literally saying, just put up cameras and see what happens. People do that in real life just to protect themselves. People get dashboard cameras in case they get into a traffic accident. They have videos of it. People get security cameras so they can record to see if something happens. People put cameras in their house so if something happens to them in their house, they have video of it. Tell Minthart to set up a camera in her room because she might get attacked, sexually attacked in her room, is not saying record your attack. It's saying put them up so if something happens, you have proof. Stop being retards.
Yeah, and here's the other thing about it. If you're someone like me and you were like, perhaps skeptical that it was even happening, maybe that'd be a good idea to have proof to hand off to the cops.
Vita,
Yeah, it's
giving
always
some
good to
camera
have
angle
something to hand to
ideas
the
for you,
cops other
Lio.
than just saying, hey, this is
I
happening.
think it'd be better.
It's
I
great
think it'd be
if you
better
can
if
have
she.
proof.
She,
We're not,
she
no
surely
one was saying, hey, put yourself in this situation so it happens. They're just saying, hey, put some cameras up so if it does happen, you have proof.
Here's what I would have said if Minthart would have been one of my friends. Get a knife.
Yeah, no, that probably would have been the other thing too. Like, so I probably would have said set up a camera and get a knife.
And here's the advice I would say: while you are down, sleeping prone, not hovering over somebody else, just make sure that you aren't sleepwalking or trying to use this to attack somebody else. While you are being compromised, while they believe you were alive, you may defend yourself how you legally see fit at that point. I'm willing to bet that the jury will see it that way, especially with you being small and underage and someone being adult and rather large.
Yeah, no, and if you have video of them attacking you and then you stab them, I'm sure most juries would be like, no, that was self-defense.
I don't have any examples of anyone underage that I would probably give that advice to now. But if it had been, let's say, this is going to be a real weird, fucked up thing. In some alternative universe where I had a kid and I couldn't talk to my kid for whatever reason, and they said, hey, my stepdad is doing things to me and I can't get them out of there for whatever bullshit reason because, courts are fucked. If it was either getting molested, and they can't run away or something like that. Hey, Mexican advice. Continuing on.
As a desktop PC or a
And I am Mexican, so don't even think about calling me racist.
laptop.
She got a new laptop, yeah.
Yeah, put the
At least for that.
put the camera on that sucker, have it recording in the corner, minimized, and you're good to go.
That might be worth a shot.
They give you
Hell,
better
I
than
have two things recording just in case.
yeah. Now, what's happening so far? If he's touching her inappropriately, that sexual assault, not necessarily statutory rape.
Like I said, not a lawyer.
Yeah. But at that point, that's his problem.
Well, wouldn't
Yeah,
it be both? If it's you'd at least have statutory because of the 16 age, and then I guess the sexual assault on top of
Well,
it.
statutory rape usually requires penetration of a sort.
Oh, okay.
There's probably some hefty charges you can get either way, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait,
Like,
can you
So-
stop for a second?
Yeah, and
Here.
I'm maybe it's in the original version. It I don't believe Mint consented, so I think you would just go with plain old fashioned rape as opposed to statutory.
Oh,
Yeah.
give me 1 second. I want to address something. There's a dude that keeps asking this question. What happens when the camera is recorded? Dude, I don't even know what you're trying to ask. What happens when the camera is recorded?
So he's
That is like
asking
the
if we're
dumbest-
willing to admit that it's CP. Yes, to take to the police.
But the way it's worded, it's like he's asking what happens if you take a camera and record a camera. That if you're gonna ask a question, please word it in a way that isn't stupid.
Infinity shot? I don't know. Is that what he's asking? Continuing on.
you touch a kid, regardless of whether or not you've raped them, you're on the offender list.
Never mind how creepy excited Vita is about this. Let's kind of focus on the fact that
He seemed pretty fucking indifferent. I mean, maybe he was, but that seemed like Vita being chill. And that's not me defending Vita, that's just me going with my interpretation. The passive, monotone, like, I guess. He's not bouncing up and down.
this is your fucking idea.
All right, hold on.
This
we
was
gotta
your
address some of this shit in the comment section. All right, first of all, you're acting like everybody has the ability to hack cameras and baby monitors. You think some pedophile?
Now, hold
creep
it, hold it.
admit-
I want to get to that really quick. One of Meadow Fembots boys does. And I'm
Yes,
I'm
but-
waiting for that shoe to drop, Meadow.
But not. They're acting like that's just a skill everybody in the world has. I'm
No.
sorry, but the person that was probably touching, doing things to Mint was probably not even skilled enough to fucking even set up their own goddamn computer or fucking
Well,
iPhone.
we don't know anything about them, so we'll just leave that there. I don't.
Yes, but I'm making assumptions. But I'm just saying.
Oh, I know two things. One, they're accused of molesting Minhart. Two, they were dating Mint's mom. Those are the two things I know. I'm picturing a
grown-ass
Mexican.
Mint.
It might have been white. I have no idea. That's how little I know about the guy.
Grown at, most people don't think anything about a laptop facing a bed at all, because as long as the screen, you can't see the screen. If the screen is black, a lot of people assume computers are off, and it's not uncommon for a person to leave their laptop open if they have it on their desk.
The suggestion was a phone, so would have been good
Well,
enough.
no, there was a laptop and there was
Okay. Well-
there was a phone.
Well, let's put it this way. On top of that, if this guy was really up to this, when somebody's thinking with their other head, they're not always on top of shit. Just my experience when we've dealt with predators in the past, they're usually not the smartest people.
and killing somebody because you spotted a camera. Your shit's been recorded already. A lot of cops can record a lot of, with the right technology, you can recover hard drives and fucking data off of phones these days. And so, unless he knows what he's doing, he's not going to be able to erase the data off it. So he's going to screw himself
Yeah.
any which way he goes about it. So he's probably not going to just straight up murder somebody over it. He's probably going to try to find a way around it.
If there were a recording on the fucking laptop, granted this is before TikTok, but you'd use a different example. Why is your camera recording? Oh, lol, I'm a dumb teenager. I'm recording myself for my blah 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 blah. So many followers. Lol K. talking in cringe elite speak. I don't know. You get my idea. If Mint would have been smart on their toes, if there'd have been some creepy old guy talking on top of her, like over her, I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead about some creepy guy wielding a knife. I was skeptical about it. And
All
that
right,
Gilded wasn't there. Go ahead.
give me a sec. All right, first of all, Fursky Doodle, I'm not actually a pedo hunter. I just come along once in a while, and I'm actually more of I'm a person that was victimized in my childhood. So thanks for being a dickhead. Maya Chavez, no, you're not hidden. And the person saying that
That's
have a
Meadow, by
negative
the by.
record,
Yes, you
Okay.
are. Yeah, you are shown.
and the person that's saying we have a negative record, actually, the one person that I went after, that motherfucker disappeared off the internet. So fuck you.
So, Meadow, about that, Rendrick from Horse News did say that was your boy. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if he's necessarily a good fucking source or not. But it's going around. We want to talk about guilt by association. And in full disclaimer, Meadow, your guy didn't name drop me at all. I know that. And it probably would in my best interest just to shut my fucking mouth, and I bet Leo didn't want me to do the video. Oh, hi, Kichi, what the fuck up? So, something new happened? Some dipshit is accusing Leo Convoy, because their big gotcha is, Mint originally made a remark that her stepdad or her mom's boyfriend was molesting her. And the gotcha was, ha ha ha, he's asking her to record CP. And I wanted to clap back because, well, we were going to tell her to record it and hand it over to the police. And they're like, you should have just told her to go away. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that all those were exhausted.
Yeah, you guys were trying to, and everybody was like, "No, that's
well,
not."
I wasn't entirely part of this whole damn thing. Originally, if I remember correctly, I was kicking the wheels on the fucking Minhart story.
But
Kichi can choose whether or not to explain how she felt about Minhart, as most of the people I did that weren't part of the Vita cult that didn't worship Mint as some fucking sacred cow.
real quick, FNJ. Oh, not Bart. You keep asking, what about Mint when he attacks Mint? Look, having cameras is a deterrent for people attacking somebody.
Yeah.
And if they and it's also ways to have proof.
Yeah, no one was asking for a copy of that
address
video.
that.
It was going to be handed off to the
he's
cops.
He's asking if they went after her and physically attacked her. It's like, that's still the same deterrent. That's still the same thing. You still have proof. There's in life, there's no guarantees on anything. You do the best you can with the bad situation you have.
Kichi nailed it. I vaguely remember her as annoying, and you remember everything that you need to remember. That is plenty. Thank you. That's how my side of the tracks remembers Minhart.
Well, no, and Fox State, you're right. If it already happened, you can't go back and record it. But they were trying to get her out of the house and trying to find ways to get her out. And and they said set up a camera in case it happens again, because if she got proof of it happening, it would be easy to get her out the house, because she could use that to be like, I'm leaving. She could take it to the cops, and the cops would remove her from the house. She would have been removed from the house that she was in, so she couldn't be victimized again. That was the logic behind that, and everybody doesn't seem to understand that. And it is stupid that people don't understand that, and they want to call people this and that.
Okay. Hey, you know the good news?
Oh my god.
Gilded,
oh
you know what the good
dude,
news is? I don't feel any bitterness or spiteness to go overboard today.
That's
the cool. I was expecting to go. I was like, I'm gonna get everything off my chest. I was like, you know what? I don't. I really don't, and I don't feel provoked to do it. So cool.
No, but that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hold on. A 30-year man don't adopt a 15 or 13-year-old and make her move across state. I hate to tell you, but 30-year-old men and women adopt children all the time, every day. I don't know what the fuck you're going on about.
Oh, here, I'll do one for you.
All the time.
I'm gonna put Kichi on the spot. Kichi, do you think that Leo Convoy is doing anything to Minhart? Yes or no? Anything of a sexual nature? Because I'm gonna say no. Meadow, I've asked you several times. One more time on record. Do you think that? That's a no. All right, Meadow, how about it, Maya? Do you think that Leo Convoy has compromised Minhart in any way, shape, or form?
Meadow, I'm gonna answer your question. In the video that we're watching, you can actually hear FNGR be like, "Hey, can she just say she's gonna go help a sick friend or something?"
Yeah.
And that idea is literally shot down immediately because Vita says, and this is before Vita was known for being a pedo, but Vita says her mother's a dick and she won't let that happen. Some parents are like that. They will just have a iron grip on their kids and not let them out of their sight, especially if they know something's going on that they don't want other people to know about.
Oh, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Just one more time, Kichi. In your wildest dreams, for all my faults, do you think that I would cover up for fucking Vita being a predator? I would pay money. I would lose everyone I had to destroy Vita. Stand behind that. I think you would. Based on what?
You're an idiot.
You would run him over with a bus if it was legal. I'd want something smaller, so I'd have to back up. I'd want a golf cart.
Meadow, it doesn't matter what that.
Who cares what her mom wants and she knew? Okay, Meadow, how many people have you helped escape from their house? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even going to include myself in this because I really wasn't part of the finer details. I wasn't privy, didn't ask to. Leo Convoy went through all those things. I'll say this, and I told Convoy this. Maybe you shouldn't tell the whole damn world because you actually have people out there who are after Mint, and he went fair enough. I'm not playing gotcha with him on that. If anything, I'm more worried about Mintheart living with fucking goddamn Leo and Leo having to deal with the headache that is Mintheart. That's how fucking much trust and faith I have in Convoy. Would you not concur, Gilded?
Yeah, and hold on, I'm gonna respond to some of this shit. Meadow, running away when you don't have proof, the cops would have just picked her up and brought her home. Without proof, they just bring them home.
Respect, Meadow. And if that's true, you're ahead of the game on me. Bravo.
And expert Foxton or whatever, this dude over here. If somebody records something on their own, that is admissible in court. Cops, the authorities can't record something or can't have somebody else record something.
Hold it. I can't even with the logic that you guys did with illegal Leo did not have the paperwork. Again, I said this earlier in the stream. I don't know if Meadow was here. Legally, I like my odds better of handing off the information to the police versus the kid goes out, dies for whatever reason, and then legally being on the hook for negligence.
Oh,
potentially.
God, Bard,
yeah.
Bard, do you even know how a fucking rape kit works, you dumb fuck? Do you know how it works?
That's out of my view.
No. Do you know how it works? Do you understand how a rape kit works? Because if you don't, shut the fuck up.
Let's finish. We've got a few seconds here. 442.
Go ahead.
You told Mint to record her fucking rape. Then you fucked up that whole thing with Vita, and she went to go...
Here, let's go with a basic bitch one. Imagine with all the accusations, if someone would have recorded Onision, that whole problem would have been over light years ago.
Live with you?
Cameron, nobody in this call actually told Mint to record it.
Anyone else
we're here just saying that everybody's saying that it was wrong as an idiot because they don't understand how fucking shit works.
Record the rape and hand it off to the police. Yes, by all means.
Yeah. I don't understand this. If I was to set up cameras in my room so that in case I ever get attacked in my room, and somebody came in and raped me, and when I had cameras set up in my room, what would be the difference? Or if I had a child and I set cameras up in their room so that I could know that they were safe at night, and then somebody went in and attacked them.
Cameron, don't mince words. If you're suggesting, if you believe in your heart of hearts that we had CP and we were distributing it and selling it, then go ahead. Don't mince words. Say it, motherfucker. If not, sit down and shut the fuck up. Continuing.
Okay. Oh.
Whoop. This thing keeps popping up.
See how fucked up this is? This the ethics of this whole entire situation. This the whole... I can't even put it into words how fucking twistedly
Spit the
fucked
dick
up
out.
this is. What in the fuck is the matter with you?
Okay, so going back to the OG video.
All right, before we get there, Foxton, there is no conspiracy bullshit in court when you record something, and and conspiracy would be if they set up cameras and then had meant lure the person into the room and try to
Believe the
convince
term.
him to do it.
The term I've heard fucking Leo use was honeypotting. Nobody was
Yes.
telling Mint to dress up. Nobody was telling Mint to flirt with the guy. I wasn't. I sure as
They
fuck.
said
Yeah.
Yeah, they said to set it up in case something happened. There's a totally different story there. It's the same as putting
This would be like
security cameras
if
in
fucking
in your house.
Yeah, imagine if we said put a personal camera on, or put a fucking wire on yourself so you could catch your cop doing something stupid. Oh, he's trying to trap his boss, and I'm like, whatever. Look, we're trying to get proof, or tried. But there was a point in one of the other videos. What did anything ever happen with that recording?
No, this wasn't a honeypot. Oh my god, you guys are so dumb. You guys can you not understand English? Oh, if you are not a native English speaker in this chat right now, please say so, because otherwise you are just dumb.
Okay. I'm just going to play the first couple points here. I'm doing this to establish what the point of the fucking original stream was. Up. Skipping ahead. Skipping ahead. Skipping ahead. Skipping ahead.
Yes, MV, because yes, this was a last case scenario. This was the last ditch effort.
Yes. How long did I have dead air on here? It's not muted, is it? Oh, it is muted. I am fucking stupid. Holy shit. Unmute. It's not muted, is it? Oh, it is muted.
And by the way,
Ironic! Unmute. It's not muted, is it? Oh, it is muted.
By the way,
Ironic!
About
Unmute.
different people with different crimes that
Oh, it
live
is
in my
muted.
area. And
There, that's fixed. Oh, I can't have each individual one muted here. I'm gonna fucking kill the sound on this one.
That would be.
But,
I think I'd just leave the internet at that point.
Okay, here we go.
from here and have a battle plan and a game plan ready for the weekend.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing here, and I think that's a good idea. But the one issue is her mom doesn't like her being away from home.
All right, you know what? Started off at the very beginning when we hit the ground running on this. I could tell you my interpretation of where I was mentally. If you guys don't want to believe me, that's cool.
Night and see what happens. Touching her inappropriately. And by the way, I actually got to take a look at the map around my area that tells me about different people with different crimes that live in my
If
area.
they had
and my
different
entire
evidence,
area.
they would have used different evidence. If they could have found it, they would have. What is it that people don't understand? At this point, setting up cameras was the last-ditch effort to help.
Yeah.
This was the last, like, hey, we need something, and we're running out of ideas, and this person isn't leaving enough evidence behind for you to go to the cops with.
To Travis, and I don't want to call you Kiro because, reasons. That's very unfortunate on your name. The video conspiracy reviews, that's the full video. It's 21 minutes. It's up here. I could understand why it wasn't. Well, actually, I don't know why you couldn't just put a link to it in the tweet. But we're kind of glancing through it just to see.
It's covered with red dots.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Leo Convoy is, if you hear it right here, where he's like mentioning, if you look up on the, he was very thorough about this shit. He was very passionate about it. He put more time and effort in than I would say any of us did. I could think of maybe one or two that might potentially, but I'm going to say that Leo Convoy does. He's done less because I'm assuming that he's been looking after family. Work is calling me. I am going to mute myself.
All right, I'll handle this while you do that. All right, guys, first of all, anybody thinking this is an ongoing situation, it's not. This happened years ago. Secondly, what evidence they try to get, I don't know. I wasn't part of this originally. I'm just here because I saw because FNGR pointed me at a video, said, "Hey, people are calling Lyle out and saying he's this." I looked at it and said, "What the fuck? This is stupid," and I decided to come along because it is stupid. And I don't know what else they tried to get off the top of my head. Maybe you should go ask the people that were directly involved. But no, everybody just wants to go and make assumptions off of a fucked up video that makes assumptions and doesn't even listen to the stuff that they put in their video. They twist what's in the video that they put in there. So why don't you actually go talk to the people that were involved instead of believing some video by some crazy person that's twisting the stuff in the video. The clips that he literally puts in his video that he's trying to twist the words of disproves what he's saying. Okay, hold on. I'll read yours. And maybe they didn't know at the time, Meadow. I don't know. That they could have. Maybe they just didn't know the agencies. You know, sometimes people don't have that kind of information. Then shit like that happens. Not everybody knows these things. They were trying to do the best that they could in the situation that they were. They were trying to help somebody in the best way that they could. But everybody, and this is years ago, and now people want to jump on it from something years ago on top of everything. Now they want to jump on it. Cameron, are you not listening to the words that are coming out my fucking mouth? I already told you I don't know what evidence to use. I told you I wasn't a part of it. I'm telling you that I saw the video and listened to the clips that he posted and what he was saying and realized that he was twisting words and the clips that he posted disproved himself and that he's a lying piece of shit, and that is why I came along. Yeah, Metal, it may not have been the best idea, but it wasn't the worst idea either, because people do set up security cameras in their houses and stuff to help protect themselves so that if something happens, they have evidence.
So I had work pull a fast one and be like, "Hey, look, you were scheduled for such and such." I looked the other day. Well, it says this, and I'm like, "That's BS." I was supposed to be there at 7. So I guess we have any questions, comment down below. There's Twitter. And for the record, I probably could have just shut up this whole damn time. I stand behind Leo Convoy's decision. If it turns out it's not, then I'll come back. I'll be the first one to fucking say otherwise.
Real quick before you go, guys, if you want to know what the hell was being done, then go talk to Lyle.
Yeah.
Stop fucking listening to dumbasses that don't know what they're talking about. Go ask Lyle directly. Stop listening to dumbasses on the internet. That includes us.
Yeah. I'll put it to you this way too. And as for Cass, I said I'm more than cool to talk. I've liked the man's content, but instead he turned around and basically shit talked me. I'm not even gonna hold against him. I've bitched at him. I've a couple of shots back. I've said fuck this guy. But if you'd like to clear that crap up, whatever he has with Leo Convoys between him and them, the fact that he turned around and did like whatever bullshit that he's doing now is kind of annoying. And Meadow, if you're a fan of Cass, I would have liked to have kept it that way, but since apparently he wants to take a shot at me, I'm not going to sit there and be a punching bag. If he has any complaints, I mean, what? Am I not as fucking good enough to fucking talk to as some of the goddamn dipshits that he's talked to? You've interviewed actual predators. And I respect you, motherfucker. I could act with fucking goddamn super kid gloves if you'd like. To be fair, I have confronted Leo many times about the issues, and I actually have, and he's muted me.
Like, I believe you, Meadow, but there's other people in here being all sorts of stupid. You're actually not the one. You're one of the people I don't think that's being stupid here. It's the other people. You're actually being reasonable. So
All right. So I have to start getting ready for work,
yeah,
which I've missed by a significant amount. I appreciate it, Gilded. Thanks for everybody coming out.
Yeah.
Good seeing you, Kichi. Godspeed. Cool that you
Peace,
came
everyone.
out. Cool that you came out. No regrets.